Hello, everybody. It is I, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. How are y'all doing today? Hey, listen, I have a quick disclaimer before I get started. It's mostly for the new people. This is typically not going to be about Bigfoot or Dogman, werewolves, the paranormal, all that phenomena, right? Which is 90% of my shows. So this is mostly, again, for the newer people. This is more of a history behind the legend, the lore of Krampus and Saint Nick, which I do during the holidays. About 15 times a year, I put out historical shows, on the holidays. And this is no exception. Yes, this is going to be creepy to keep, your creepiness going on for you. Krampus, bad guy, bad guy. And I got to tell you, Saint Nick was in fact a person. Krampus was in fact a person. Okay. They were. A lot of you believe like I do. History, legend, and lore, there's a base of truth behind all of this, right? Of course, the narratives get expanded, it becomes Americanized. Some things are added. I get that. We all get that. But I like going back and investigating the history behind these things. So, this is a little history about good old Saint Nick and Krampus. Help me out if you are new. Check out my other videos and live shows. I need about 100 people, you guys, to hit 1,000, hit 5,000 subs. That'd be great to wake up on Christmas Day with 5,000. I got 2 weeks to do it. It's gonna be tough. I get it, but I'm up for a challenge. And before I get started, everybody, we do have a special guest that I had to secure. I had to grab the reins of the reindeer. Yeah, I did. Our special guest, Santa Claus. I'm gonna take me. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go back and get started with this. I think you historians are gonna like this if you like history like I do. So let's just get on with it, shall we? Thanks to each and every single one of you. Give me a like, give me the thumbs up. Early or every early year in December, children in Germany and Austria anxiously prepare for a visit from St. Nicholas. Those who were good will be rewarded with presents and treats, but those who misbehave will face his menacing partner Krampus. I didn't know that either early on. Krampus and Saint Nick worked together, one good and one evil. Krampus is the devilish figure who beats naughty children and drags them off to hell. Crazy, huh? First things first, however, who is St. Nicholas? Neither fat nor jolly, nor born in the North Pole, the real life St. Nicholas was a Greek born bishop in the late 3rd century who served in Myra, a small Roman town in what is now modern day Turkey. Known for his wealth and generosity, he developed a reputation for helping people in need. Of his many charitable acts, most famous is the story of how he helped a poor man with 3 daughters. Without money for their dowries, the girls would be unable to get married and therefore were doomed to a life of prostitution or slavery. Legend has it that one night, Nicholas secretly dropped a bag of gold down the man's chimney into his house, where it landed in a stocking that had been hung by the fire to dry. This served as a dowry for the oldest daughter. Later, a second bag of gold came down from the chimney, saving the middle daughter. Finally, the man was so determined to find out who had given him the money that he hid by the chimney every evening, waiting for the gold that would undoubtedly come to save his youngest daughter. Finally, he caught Nicholas, though Nicholas begged the man not to reveal his identity. Word eventually got out, and any time someone received a secret gift, they believed it was from the good bishop. Many true stories of St. Nicholas's good deeds are now so mixed with legend that it's difficult to separate the fact from the fiction. However, what is known of the saint is that he was a fierce defender of church doctrine, of the church doctrine during the great persecution in 303, whereby when Bibles were burned and priests were forced to renounce Christianity or face execution. Defiant, he spent several years in prison before Roman Emperor Constantine ended the Christian persecution in the year 313. Nicholas also earned fame for his association with several miracles. In sainthood, he is the protector of many types of people, from orphans to sailors to prisoners. Today, St. Nicholas is celebrated in his honor on December 6th, the anniversary of his death in the mid 4th century. On this day, children in Central Europe hang stockings or put out their shoes, hoping for a gift from the generous saint. Is St. Nicholas the same as Santa Claus? Not exactly. Santa Claus is an American invention and amalgamation of European history and tradition and American storytelling, the result of European immigrants, primarily of British, Dutch, and German origin, sharing their customs and traditions and blending them in the melting pot of 19th century America. The American image of Santa Claus comes primarily from the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Clark Moore, which describes St. Nick as a jolly old elf, dressed all in fur with a round belly, white beard, and rosy cheeks. The name Santa Claus evolved from the Dutch nickname for St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, a shortened name from Sint Nikolai, Santa's nickname, Kris Kringle. Y'all know who Kris Kringle is. This can be traced back to German Christendel or Christendel, which translates directly to the Christ child. Moving on to Krampus, the Christmas devil of Austrian folklore. So, how does Krampus fit into this, you may ask? In Central European tradition, St. Nicholas is traditionally accompanied by an evil or at least mischievous partner. St. Nicholas bestows gifts to well behaved children, while his companion doles out punishment to those that were naughty. Through most of Germany, St. Nicholas is assisted by a character named Nench Rempranch, in Switzerland by Smoozizli. These names are crazy, you guys. I'm sorry. In France and Luxembourg by Pierre Fatard. In the Netherlands by Zwart Piet. And they go on to a list of other of these names I'm not getting into. Krampus has origins in pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. His name is derived from an old Germanic word for claw, and he is said to be the son of Hel, who rules the realm of the dead in Norse mythology. Krampus is described as being an anthropomorphic figure, half goat, half demon, sharing many of the characteristics of fiendish creatures in Greek mythology, including satyrs and fauns. He has long horns, claws, and a goat like beard. He beats children with birch branches or kidnaps them in his sack and takes them to his lair, where it's reported the children have been eaten. Krampus' original pre Christian incarnation may have been intended to watch over humans and protect them, scaring away bad ghosts and helping people overcome fear, similar to Austrian character Perchata, who was a female figure of the Alps, a dual-faced goddess, both fair and ugly, dark and light. Eventually, her name was also taken by the evil creatures that accompanied her. Prashada, and the custom developed that the young men of the villages would dress in furs and fearsome masks and roam from house to house to scare away evil spirits. These days, Krampus and Prachata have become largely conflated, origins and physical traits blending, the distinction between the two becoming more and more blurred. Throughout history, Catholic Church and conservative Christian parties have made attempts to banish Krampus and Prashada celebrations due to their resemblance to the devil. During the Inquisition, it was forbidden to masquerade as a devil and punishable by death. Because of this, the custom only survived in extremely remote and inaccessible regions of the Alps. Well, there, it slowly spread over the region again, increasing in popularity, and in recent years, even gaining recognition overseas. Australian actor Christoph Waltz famously joked about the tradition in a 2014 interview with The Tonight Show's starring Jimmy Fallon, saying, St. Nicholas comes with praise and presence and wisdom, and Krampus with a stick, a bag, and he threatens you. If you weren't good, you get stuck in the bag and hit and shipped off. Shipped off to where we don't know. I thought that was cool, you guys. A little history, the folklore, the lore, the legend. I'm into all that stuff. Not every day I'm going to do Dogman and Bigfoot. It is kind of Christmas time. I'm not suggesting this is all that Christmassy, but gives you an idea. We've all heard of Krampus. They're really gory, crazy stories. But again, there's a method behind all this madness. There's a method behind legend lore. Not all fiction, you guys. A lot of this that I spoke on kind of reminds me of Santa and what we as Americans celebrate today. But of course, most importantly, if you're in my standpoint is this. Of course, Christmas is a great day, the birth of Jesus, and a great day to give and be with the ones we love. Share our times with our friends and our family during this time. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you're new here, it's not all about this. Usually I revert back to the other craziness with our cryptids, our ghosts, our paranormal. But I wanted to do that for you. A little history. I'm Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I only have about 3 live shows yet left, you guys, until Christmas. Help me get to 5,000. That'd be a great Christmas present for me. Like, share, subscribe. I'm Bigfoot Michigan Rob. You guys have a great and wonderful weekend.